Hey family, it's Felicia, and let's see, we kind of late tonight, but had some cardio that I had to finish. So after I finished the cardio, because I was going to do this video while I was doing the cardio, but I wouldn't have done, it would have been a disservice to you. So I figured I would wait until after my cardio is done to do it. And so if you're just joining, thanks for joining me tonight. I know it's late. Tell me where you're watching from. Even if you're watching on the replay, so I know who is here. I see Sharon and Jillian and Robert. So hi Jillian, let me know where you're watching from, what state you're from. If you want to put your city, that's fine. But want to see who's here, and then we can get started with Georgia. All right. We can get started talking about your fear blocking your fitness goals and your blessings. Where are you where are you watching from? Let me go get my tablet. So TaylorMade is in Texas. Let me get my tablet. Hey Cedric. While I'm getting my tablet, for those of you that are joining, let me know where you're watching me from. Okay? Just a second. Let me go get my tablet. I'll be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Hey, Miss Johnson, Texas. All right. So hi, Pastor Whitlock and Dr. Pam and Rhonda. So Pastor in Oklahoma. So Pastor Whitlock is my pastor from Core AME in California. So if you ever visit Southern California in the Irvine area, you have to go visit Core AME. That is my home family, and Dr. Pam is she's my friend. So you're here, there's Rhonda. So you're here because you want to know, you're interested in finding out how your fear is blocking your fitness goals and your blessing. I'm going to share my story with you, and then you might be able to relate to my story. Okay? So, here's the thing. Fear is blocking your blessing and your fitness goals by a couple ways. And this is how it was for me, and you might be able to relate. So, if this is familiar, you can give me a thumbs up or whatever. But if you have frequent, and this is in your head, where you have doubt, you doubt yourself, you have negative self-talk, as positive as you are with everyone around you, sometimes you have negative self-talk. You may have self-doubt. You have fear, not fear of walking outside or walking in the dark. I'm saying fear where you know what you need to do, but you are almost it feels like you're stuck and you cannot move. And I'll tell you, I experienced this last year where I went to Walmart, I sat in the car, I could not get out. And it was I had a magnet holding me hostage in my car. Maybe you've not felt this before. What are some of the other things that I've dealt with before? Negative self-talk. You guys, if you know me, you know I am positive. I seek to be an encourager, a source of inspiration. But as much as I inspire you, I sometimes have a hard time even encouraging myself and getting inspiration and being self-motivated. So what I've done is you have to drive out the negative self-doubt and the negative self-talk in order for you to be able to step out of that scariness of fear. So along with the fear, how it relates to your fitness goals, as far for me, you have where you know what you need to do. You have like everything laid out. But because doubt sometimes creeps into your mind, you will start sabotaging what you're doing. And when I say self-sabotage, raise your hand if it's you. So you know, okay, this is the goal. I'm going to use it related to how it is for me. So my goal has been to get, okay, thanks for posting that, Rhonda. So my goal is to get lean early enough before my competition so that when I get close to my competition, that it's just maintaining. But in order to get lean, I have to make some sacrifices, okay? And I know those sacrifices that I have to make. One of them is I have a son, and so it's not even a question. Like, there's no way that I would be able to do my workouts and all that kind of stuff away from the house. So I've invested in myself. I had to buy fitness equipment. So I have a treadmill here, I have a bike here, I have a stepper. I have everything I need here. So it's just me getting up earlier in the morning. But guess what? As much as I encourage you and inspire you to step outside of your comfort zone, I struggle with that too. I'm making this video because I need you to know that my brain is not wired any different than yours. However, because I'm intentional about my goals and about how I show up in the world and my purpose, I have to be intentional about what I do. So yes, I want to stay in the bed in the morning and not get up early before I need to in order to do my workouts. Yes, I would love to eat whatever and still stay lean. Yes, I would. Yes, I would love to always be positive, but yes, I am not always positive. If you heard some of the things that go on in my head, you would be like, oh my God, Felicia, seriously? Because I say it to myself. Here's the thing. And so when I say self-sabotage, I know what the goal is. And so say something happens, and I'll give you an example. So I had my water line outside of my house. I had a leak, okay? Unexpected. That leak ended up costing me almost $500. Unexpected. That is stressful because it's not expected, but I had to get it done. So in the meantime, guess what? I still am going to Pittsburgh in July. And because I know I'm going to Pittsburgh in July, I can't do whatever I want to do to comfort myself with food if my plan is to get on stage leaner than it was last year. So yes, it's food can be a comfort to us. And if you have a goal that you're reaching towards, yes, you're not going to be on it all the time. But I'm going to tell you what, your fear, you are straight up fearful of being successful. You fear reaching your goal because the truth is you have friends that are in your circle that have been enabling you, and they've made you feel comfortable with where you are right now. And even though they made you feel comfortable, you're not even comfortable with where you are right now. You're uncomfortable. And that's why you keep seeking out different things. But the fear of you actually having to move outside of your comfort zone, and you actually doing something outside of what you normally do, has you feeling some kind of way, because you're used to this group of people. They make you feel safe. Y'all hang out, but you know that you're not growing with them. You're not growing. They're not encouraging you spiritually. They're not encouraging you to go after your dreams. They are stagnant. And because of that, you fear that if you change what you are doing, they're not going to be as accepting of you as they were before, because you trying to get all skinny on them. You're trying to outdo everybody. Why are you going back to school? Why would you want to open your business at 40? Why would you want to be your own boss? Don't you know so-and-so did that and they failed? It's okay for you to admit. You don't have to click like. You don't have to do nothing. I know that I am hitting your buttons, because if you stop watching, it's because you're mad, because you know I'm telling the truth. So the fear is holding you back. But here's the thing. In order to get past this fear, you have to work on yourself daily. Okay? And I'm not saying meditation is great, but meditation is a part of you. That's like that's you settling your mind, and that's getting you to get your mind to shut up, because your mind is constantly reliving stuff from the past. You'll have stuff that happened years ago will come back up when you start speaking things that you want to do, when you want to go towards your dreams, when you made a decision that today this is you're turning 50 this year and you want to look amazing this year. And so you made a declaration, you're going to hire your trainer, you're going to follow your directions. And speaking of trainers, Megan Renee Turner, you guys need to go follow her. She's a trainer here in Dallas. She is amazing. Okay, so you decided you're going to get a trainer, and you have done everything you need to do. But you get the trainer and you're not consistent, because in the back of your head, you're saying, there's no way you can reach that goal. That's too far. That's like, why are you trying to get to a size whatever and you're 50 years old? You have to train your brain to shut up. If you can train your brain to quiet down, that's with the meditation, and speak things as if they were already happening. So if your goal is to, I don't know, if you say you're going to go, like our family's going on a vacation this year. Even though it hasn't happened, you haven't contacted a travel agent, you may not even have the money available right now. But what happens when you say, I am going on vacation, or we are going on vacation, we're going XYZ this year? When you make that declaration, your brain, your subconscious does not know whether you are telling the truth or whether you're telling a lie. So what happens is that it's there. I cannot explain how it works, but it goes like you subconsciously are trying to find ways to make it happen. And so maybe you can maybe you can start selling some crafts that you have. There will be things that will happen that will line up with that dream that you had. And this is not a hokey pokey, this is not something name it and claim it. This is about you being intentional about what you want. And even though you are fearful about what it is that you want, you are still on an everyday basis be intentional about, you're more intentional, you're very careful with your words, because thoughts and things that you say, so your thoughts, if you keep focusing on thoughts that are negative, they will become an actual thing. So if whatever your goal is, if your goal is to lose weight, if you know that you're on medication, the doctor has told you if you don't do something about your health, your health is declining. If you know that that's the case, you being fearful of the what ifs, or what if I don't like it, and it's a whole bunch of things that can happen. But the worst that can happen is that you have the opportunity to improve your health, and because you're so fearful of getting outside of your comfort zone, you don't want to sweat, you don't want to buy no clothes, you don't want to go work out, you don't want to join a gym, you don't want to do the YMCA, you don't want to hire a trainer. It's a lot, like you don't want to do nothing, but you want the results. And that, my dear, is insane. You cannot have a result by doing what you're doing right now. And so fear is what's holding you back. So doing your work daily, like having to talk to yourself, and it might sound a little hokey pokey, but it works. So daily speaking positive, you're speaking things as though they are, you're speaking as if it is happening. You are also revisiting your goals. So if you set a goal, the 1st of March is on Thursday. You set a goal that by by March 30th, March 31st, XYZ is going to happen. Don't go back to that goal on March 31st. You need to do a check-in with that goal. Okay, you set the goal, set a plan on what's going to happen, and then check in on that goal in 2 weeks. Because the thing is it's 4 weeks in a month. You don't want to wait till the end of the month and find out that you're not close to your goal. And then when you set a goal, don't set a goal that you're going to lose 50 pounds in a month, because you're not. It's probably not even realistic that you're going to lose 20 pounds in a month. Realistically, 2 pounds a week. That's what your goal is. Yes, I know that whatever is coming up, 2 pounds a week. That's what you should be going for. Okay? You have to know with the goal, like whatever your goal is, what is it going to take to get there? So, because a lot of things with the fear is the fear of the unknown, like you don't know. But I'm telling you, if you know what the goal is, then you come up with a plan on how you're going to meet the goal, and then how are you going to make it happen? And then you got to do it, and stop waiting for somebody to motivate you to get started. I talk with so many, I don't hear a lot of men say it, but I hear a lot of women say, oh my gosh, I'm not motivated. I just need some motivation. Sweetheart, motivation is an emotion. It's an emotion. So you're looking for someone outside of you to pour something into you to make you move. Really? It's inspiration. Yes, inspiration is going to be something that you have inside of you, and you inspire yourself. So your inspiration may be that your inspiration can be backed into why you're doing it in the first place. Why do you want to lose weight? Yes, you want to lose weight to look good because you're turning 50, but low key, last time you went to the doctor, you were borderline on some things. Okay? We talking about health now. So yes, you want to look great. That's your why. But why do you want to look great? What is that going to do for you? Peel back the layer. It's going to make you feel more confident about yourself. Why? Because right now you have some rolls. And when you look in the mirror, you're not as confident. Why is that important to you? Because the doctor told you that your waist circumference is too big for your height. Why is that important? Because you're at risk for heart disease. You're at risk for cancer. You're at risk for some diseases that you can prevent. So we can talk about the vanity part of it, but the truth of the matter is you got to do something different. Because motivation, like I can do some inspirational posts. I can share some information with you to get started. I can tell you what to eat. I can give you a trainer, but if it's not inside, you will mess it up. You will. So your motivation is not going to come from anyone else but you. It's an emotion. And motivation without motion means nothing. So please stop saying you need some motivation. Because you don't. You just need to look inside and figure out why it is and remind yourself daily why you're doing this. Why am I having to make a sacrifice for eating the foods that I love? I love pizza. I don't really love pizza. I'm just saying. I love pizza. I want to eat pizza every day. Okay, you can eat pizza every day. But how is that going to affect you towards your goals? You have to make a sacrifice. Like, you cannot have everything you want and not make a change. I made some notes. Sorry. Okay. So remember this. The negative self-talk we talked about, that, like, when whatever you say comes back to you. So if you keep saying, I can't do this because of this, I can't do this because I have kids, I can't do this because I have to work, I can't do this because of this, I can't do this because I don't have the money, I can't do this, I can't, like, what can you do? For every excuse that you have, there's a solution. But you got to look for a solution instead of telling people, I can't do it because of this. Because I'm going to tell you, every time you can ask anybody, bring a problem to me. I'm going to have something for you. I'm going to have a remedy for you. Because for every problem, there is a solution. Now, if you choose not to go with that solution, you're consciously making a decision that that whatever that is that you, like, you're right here and your goal is right here. And in the distance between that goal, you're not willing to do anything to get here. You're okay with it. So you're going to tolerate what you don't like. And what you don't like is you can't fit in your pants because you can fit in them in July and August when you lost weight. And then you went crazy after your vacation, and you went even crazier after Christmas. And at the first of the year, you've been struggling and you were trying to do the same thing that you did last year, but it's not working. I wonder why. You have to do something different because probably you gained even more and you're trying to do the same thing you did last year. And your body has gotten a year older. You weren't eating the same thing. You have been out of control. If you will be honest, you have been semi out of control. And you're trying to figure out, I'm not losing any weight. Tell the truth. You're not you just been kind of doing whatever. Let's just be honest. So stop saying that what you can't do. You want to set goals. Here's the solution, and we're going to wrap this up. Set goals. Find you a mentor, whether it's online, someone that you can like talk to or whatever. Find someone that can help guide you to where you need to go. If you need some help setting goals, like based on what, like if you need a trainer, another one that just trains Tanya Wheatfall. She is great. Find a trainer. Like, invest in yourself, because here's the thing. I can share all these different posts. I can share different meal ideas. I can share you what your macros. I can tell you what to eat. But if you keep piecing stuff together that's not specific to you, you're going to keep getting results that are kind of all over the place. Some of y'all like have been following me for a while, and you're like, oh, I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that. Like, seriously? When you hire somebody, you don't have to hire them forever. Hire them for what you need, get what you need, do your work, learn what you need to learn, and get on about your way. But you're trying to piece stuff together, and you can't tell me you don't have the money, because y'all have money. Like, I see you. And this is not about you spending money. I don't care who you go to. I just want you to get some help. Because year after year, you keep coming and saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm trying and I'm stuck and da-da-da-da-da. And there's so many people that can lead you in the right direction. But you want to piece it together. You're trying to piece it together. And either you're going to pay with your time or you pay with your money. Simple as that. So focus on what you want. So first, set the goal. Focus on what you want to accomplish. Okay? Be willing to be uncomfortable. And how this blocks your blessing, okay, is if you want to stay in your comfort zone, if you are that person that God has spoke to you about some things that you have been gifted with and has told you what to do, but because you don't trust that what you heard was correct, you've been asking everybody and their mama and daddy what they think. And it doesn't matter what they think, but you already know what you need to do, but it's going to take you being uncomfortable for a little bit in order for you to get to where your purpose is, or get to what their goal is. And because you don't want to be comfortable, you just been laying back. You've been Netflix and chilling, right? Because you don't want to be uncomfortable, but you want something different. You do not grow when you're comfortable. And so if you have friends that you hang out with and they don't challenge you to level up, to go after your dreams, that's the wrong crowd of friends to have. You're going to have family because you don't change your family. Your friends that have access to you, they need to be like, you don't need to be the smartest person amongst your friends. You want to have some friends that are going to make you uncomfortable, that are also probably going to make you like, some of them might be a little bit intimidating because how successful they are. And don't try to be the smartest person. Like, some of y'all have friends that you have access to, and you talk so much and you don't listen and learn from them. So, the last thing, or the second to the last thing, is don't tolerate excuses from yourself or from anybody else. Just like if your child came to you and we can smell an excuse. We're grown. We know an excuse when we hear one, And because of that, don't let anybody give you any excuses, and you stop making them. And that's the difference between having friends that are enablers or friends that really force you to be real. Because if you have friends that will not let you make excuses, they're going to call you out when you are just like make an excuse. So know first, set your goals, focus on what you want to accomplish, be willing to be uncomfortable, and don't tolerate excuses that keep you stuck. If you know what to do, you just got to do it. Like, stop waiting for everything to be lined up. Just get started without everything being perfect. Just start. How about that? That's the last thing. Just start. Just start. Stop it. Like, it does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be lined up. And so one of my favorite quotes is ready, fire, aim. Ready means you're getting ready. And instead of ready, aim, fire, it's fire. It's like you go ahead and shoot your shot, and you can make adjustments later. If you have been toying with the idea of starting a business, if you have been toying with the idea of getting fit, and you know that you know a trainer that's in your area, you know someone online that's in your area that knows what they're doing. They may be a business coach, they may be a fitness coach, but if you already know, find out what you got to do to get started. Take your shot and make adjustments later. The fear, like, I promise you, I am not any different than you, but I am intentional about my goals. And I posted something last night. In 2014, I posted on Facebook that I was going to go for a competition. In 2014, that was 4 years ago. I have been consistent in my pursuit. The goal initially was just to compete. Now the goal is for me to go pro. I know what I have to do. The only thing that's standing between me and that goal is what I do. If I'm not on it with my food, if I decide that I want to take a break, if I decide that even though I know I need to do cardio and I don't do cardio, and I decide to make another choice, that's all on me, and I cannot blame anybody else. I have a lot of control over, but when I get there, it's all going to be it's going to be up to the judges. And it's just like that with anything else. Your fitness goals. You're fearful, but you shouldn't be, because if you know what you need to do, take your shot. Shoot your shot. And if you miss, adjust and keep shooting. Take your shot. Keep shooting. So ready, fire, and aim later. Don't be perfect. Your conditions are not going to be perfect. Your kids, it's going to be a life event that's going to happen. Either you let that life event take you over and take you under, or you figure out a way around it and push through. If you knew the things that have happened in my life from 2014 to now, you would know you would not believe how I pushed through, but it's only through God. So the part that we talked about, the self-talk, you gotta get back to your relationship with God. If you don't believe in God, then whatever you believe in that helps you get centered, but you being able to, on a daily basis, remind yourself, what did I start this for? Why did I start this? Why am I doing this? And if you're comfortable do what you're doing, you're probably off course. And it's okay. If you're not going towards a goal right now, this message is not for you. If you're fine where you are, this message is not for you. This is for the person that aspires to be better, that aspires to do better, that aspires to help bless other people. Because believe it or not, you're not here just to receive blessings. You're here for a specific purpose. Mine is to encourage, uplift, and inspire young ladies to do better by knowing what to eat. And so that's my purpose. Your purpose, I don't know what it is. And if you don't, I pray that you find out what it is so that you could walk in your purpose. Yes, we all have a passion. My passion led me to my purpose. I had no idea. But I want you guys to trust yourself, invest in yourself so that you can move forward. And what's the last thing? Know that if you know what it's going to cost you if you decide to stay the same. If you have a goal, whether it's fitness or it's a personal goal or a business goal, know what the cost is. That if you decide to stay the same, if you decide to stay comfortable, if you decide that it's not important to do it today, know what that cost is and be willing to pay that cost. But what you don't want to do is you don't want for God to call you home and you have not lived your life fully because you were so uncomfortable and you just couldn't stand it. So this is a different kind of message than I normally share, but it's a real message, and it's something that I hear women, I'm not going to say complain about not being able to do this and not being able to do that, and I want to do this, and I don't know how you do that, and whatever the case is, know what you want, and once you know what it is, figure out how to get there. And once you figure out how to get there, don't take your eyes off of it until you get there. So if that means you have your blinders up, if that means you're not hanging out every weekend, so be it. Life is more than you hanging out. So that goes to school. That means you working, I don't know. But I want you guys to not let fear keep holding you back, because you're blocking your blessings by not going for what you want just because you believe in the unknown more than you believe in God. That's what it comes down to. It's fear over faith. And either you're gonna trust God to help you get through it, or you're gonna stay living in fear, and you're gonna always keep blocking your blessings, and that is not the will of God. So I am going to let you guys go, but I think I'm going to be back tomorrow because we're going to be talking about what notes did I take for tomorrow. Oh, for those of you that if you can't fit in your jeans, what to do. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to help you get in those jeans that you could fit a few months ago. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Before you go, please share this video. Some of your friends probably could use it. Don't be the reason that they don't get this message and that they're not able to get out of the fear and all that kind of stuff because you decided that this message did not apply to you and is not going to apply to any of your friends. So, love you guys. Talk to y'all later.